Here we are on YouTube again. So you have to bear with me while I set up the shot. So first let me get her centered in the screen there, and then I'll zoom in a little bit. It's not going to be a very clear shot. We're looking through my iPhone, so you have to keep that in mind. Oops. Corey, how you doing? Okay, I got to focus it too. Good to hear, Corey. Same here, I'm doing okay. Wow. I can't get a very good shot. Nice, 3 in the morning. Let me mess with the focus real quick. I think that's about the best I can get it. It seems to be going in and out of focus a little bit. I gotta try to hang the remote here. So it'll be shaky just for a second. So, an evil spirit in the sky. A deceiving spirit in the sky. Let's zoom out a little bit. Sky's clear there too, huh? So yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to go live on TikTok, and I can't figure it out. Or my phone won't do it or something. I can't find the live button. It's already wandering over to the right. I think that's because I put the remote there. So I'm just gonna have to hang the remote straight down. Yeah, I just started a channel on TikTok, and I've got a few videos on there. Hey, Spooky. Jacob Lopez, if we are spinning, rotating, and tilted, why don't we ever see different angles of the rings of Saturn? It's always the same image view. Yeah, exactly. The fact is that we aren't spinning or rotating. That's a fact. If you have your doubts, then look at the ground, and it'll give you a good indication that it's not moving. And it's never moved in your lifetime. So do you guys know what Saturn actually is? According to the scriptures, what does the Bible say that Saturn is? It calls it a wandering star. Actually, in the book of Jude, it says it's a wandering star that's bound. You know what, whoops. You know what bound means? That means like imprisoned or chained. You know, the fallen angels, they're chained under, or they're under chains of darkness. Oh, that image just got out of focus. Chains of darkness. Under chains of darkness. Where's darkness? Well, according to God, God called the darkness night when he divided the light from the darkness. Hey, MSN2A Message Podcast, good to see you. So yeah, this is Saturn, and this is not a place. It's not a ball of gas. It's not even physical the way that a lot of us have been, under this understanding that it's physical in this certain way. Sorry, I'm messing with the focus. It's not physical at all. It's actually it's a spiritual entity. I cannot get that focused any better than that. It's like really wavy. Maybe there's like a, I don't know. It's really wavy. Feast of Trumpets is tomorrow. Yeah, the moon should be new moon, right? Illumination. You know what else it looks like? It looks like an eyeball. Saturn does, doesn't it? Sort of. Laura LA Lala TV 2.0. All right, well, whoever you are, welcome. Yep, the moon is, it's been coming up in the morning, just barely visible. And now we will have new moon, and we won't see it for a little while. Chemtrail Cowboy, how's it going? Good to see you. So yeah, I do have a TikTok account, but I guess I'm just trying to, whoa, sorry about that. Trying to figure out how to use it. That's my only problem so far. I made a couple videos. Spooky says, you guys think the rapture is soon? You know, I might have a weird perspective on the rapture, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. But I think in a way it's already happened. Like, I'm not talking about people going up into the sky like that, but people being taken out of the world, if that makes sense. I got to just stop playing with the focus. All right, I'm not touching it anymore. I'm going to move it into the center a little bit better. And then I'm going to just let it track. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Earth spinning or rotating, it's obviously stationary because my telescope right here, is my telescope spinning and rotating? Yes. Hey, Karen B. You know what, Karen B? I was on TikTok earlier and I heard it was like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes long. It was really good. Someone was interviewing you. It was almost like a testimony, or I don't know what you'd call it, but it's really good. Really good. I like the way that you did that. Okay, I set the remote down. We'll see how long it tracks. But so Enoch was taken to this waste and horrible place, and it was like the extremity of Earth. It was the darkness is what it was. And he saw these 7 stars that had sinned. They didn't follow the instructions that God gave them for what they were supposed to do. And so in Jude, it said he bound them, or that they're reserved in the blackness of darkness forever. So, it just won't focus. The thing's wobbling around a lot. Tony, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Outer darkness, spooky. Yep. But you hear the motors on my telescope. Or actually, I should say motor. There's only one. Because I only need one just to track something in the sky. All right, I got to grab the remote again. I never set up my telescope like how a pro would do it. So it wanders a little bit. I just got it sitting on my back porch and and it really is kind of fuzzy. But you got to also remember, this is just my iPhone. We're looking through a telescope with an iPhone and I'm live streaming it. So that's the quality that you're going to get. If I got out my other camera and take a video, you can see it much better. It's a lot clearer. And I can actually zoom in a lot farther with my other camera. Oh, I do that every time. God bless you too, Spooky. Yeah, it is pretty good still for an iPhone 10. It's an old iPhone too. It's a 10. So it doesn't have the fancy camera, I don't think. But yeah, the motor that you're hearing, it proves that the Earth is stationary and that the sky is rotating. I don't see how anyone could ever even debate against that or argue it or even think it. These stars move throughout the night sky. They're on a course. They're on a path. They have a trajectory or whatever you want to call it. They're moving. The sun, moon, stars, planets, they're all moving in the night sky. That's how we tell time. That's how we determine a year. That's how we determine everything about time and what season it. Oh, Bobby, that was my cat. Sorry, I gotta. She likes to rub up against the telescope. But yeah, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to go and do what I'm doing right here. I wanted to do it on TikTok just for fun, but I couldn't figure out how to live stream or do a live video. But I also wish I could get a better shot than this. Yeah, cats are awesome. This cat I have is pretty crazy cat. I've had it probably close to 10 years now. Something like that, maybe 8 years. It just showed up here. And it was like a kitten when it showed up here. And it's like really wild. It doesn't have a tail. It looks like a bobcat. And it's sort of tame. Like it's weird. I mean, it'll purr and it likes to be, you know, around people and stuff. But then other times, it's like, I'm busy. Don't mess with me. Like, and she'll hiss at you. Like, she's very wild, I guess, is what I'd say. We call her Scratchy Bob. I'm messing with the focus again. I shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't know if you have to have 1,000 followers or something on TikTok. I don't know. If to live stream, I mean. Hey, Mark, welcome. We have that too. It's called a pixie bobcat. Is it? It's got like no tail, and she's got really like kind of big feet, and she's very fast. She doesn't have a body like a cat. She's like almost has a body like a dog. She walks around like a dog. It's kind of funny. She's a very strange cat. And she's usually up all night and outside. And then in the morning when I get up, she's at the door. She's like, let me in. And then she sleeps all day inside mostly, or not all day, but part of the day. It's kind of interesting. Oh, you got a notification for this live stream. Nice. Okay, I got to try to move this thing up now. At least that's going to be successful, I hope. Yeah, no tail. She chirps kind of. Ours tried to nurse on our dog one. Okay. Yeah, this one just showed up, and she was full of stickers. And she let us take them out. Like, whoa. Sorry about that. She was kind of desperate, I think. She had so many in her fur, and so we just, over the period of a couple days, took them all out, and then she never left. And then I went in to bring her to get her spayed or whatever. And they went to do it. And then when they shaved her fur or whatever, she already had a tattoo from like, she had already had that done. So that was really weird. Because I'm out in the country a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And the vet that I brought her to said she can't be more than a year old. So it's kind of interesting, but so that's the cat. That's Bobby. She brings us a mouse a day. She puts it like right now, there's a mouse like 3 feet from me that's dead on the back porch here. And she'll bring one just about every day. She'll bring a bird. She'll bring whatever. She'll bring chipmunks, and I like chipmunks. They're my little buddies, and she'll bring them. I'm like, don't do that. Because she never eats, and she just kills them. She just wants to kill them, and that's it. But that's Bobby. Yeah, so should I rant a little bit? I mean, not in a mean way, but should I say what's on my mind or not? Someone tell me. Karen B says, we have 2 starts that were caught and fixed and released. They have clipped ears here. 2, I'm guessing that was strays. Okay, I was guessing that was something like that. Yeah, strays are awesome, I think. Like I think they're the ones that really appreciate people, because they're like, oh, look they gave me food, they do all this stuff for me. Should I say what's on my mind? You guys tell me. Like I'm not like having a hard time or something, but there's just something that's constantly on my mind that it's just I don't know how to even describe it without starting to talk about it. Venus Cupcake, welcome. Chemtrail Cowboy says please do. Okay, so let's go. Oh, I just saw a star, a shooting star. That was cool. So speaking of shooting stars, okay, what are we doing right now? We're observing the sky, right? Very simple. I went on Craigslist a few years back and I bought a couple telescopes. I bought this one and another. This is my nicest one, I would say. But I bought another nice one that's way bigger than this one. But I like this one because it's small, compact. It's a Meade ETX 125. And let me mess with the focus real quick. So we're just observing the lights in the sky. That's it. There's nothing that you know about this light that we're looking at that I don't know. There's nothing that I know about this light that you don't know, right? In fact, we do know that we can see it. That's what we know. And we know that it moves in the night sky. And there's things we can know about it, but there's things that we obviously can't know about it, like what it's made of, or if it is a place, or how far away it is. A lot of people like to think that we can, but if you're honest with yourself, like if you go take all your buddies out of your mind and your friends and family and your scholars, your teachers, your college students, take that all out of your mind. Just be by yourself for a second and just think with me. Thinking about what you actually know. And I'm not saying that we don't know anything. What I'm saying is we don't know what we're looking at right now, other than that we call it Saturn, that it's a star or a planet, whatever you want to call it, and it's in the sky. And we can't see it all year. We can see it about half the year because there is movement to the sky. So I was having a conversation with someone, I'll just say, and he was actually engaging with me about the idea whether the earth is rotating or not. And prior to this conversation or this engagement that we were having, prior to that, we even kind of established some solid, or like some common ground. And we said that when for the purposes of anyone living on the ground, living on the earth, which is everyone, that the ground appears in every way to be perfectly still. And we don't, so this was already like predetermined by both of us, or agreed upon, that we don't feel any motion, okay? And so I said, what is the evidence? Because, usually if you're going to be, if you're going to believe something, there's evidence for it to be true. Otherwise you wouldn't believe it. Like there's reasons that you believe something. Whoa, I did that. That was my fault. Come on back, buddy. Where did it go? Stopped me in my tracks, didn't it? I don't even know if I'm going towards it. I think I am. I think I'm just going really slow. To God be the glory. Yeah, it probably did shoot off. No, I'm just kidding. So let's see. What do I do? We might have some issues here. There it is. I was just moving really slow. Okay, so whoops. So this person I had the conversation with, we agreed. Whoa, there we go. I'm moving way. I gotta turn that speed down. We agreed that nobody feels any motion, and there's no reason for anybody to like that no one would know if it was rotating unless they looked at other things. Okay, so I said, well, what's the evidence for it rotating, and can we weigh that evidence against the other evidence of it not rotating? Because like we agreed upon it, that there's a lot of evidence of it not moving at all, being still and not in motion. And so, of course, the first thing that comes up is, well, have you ever been in an airplane and looked at the floor? And then I said, yeah, well, of course. And then this person said to me, the airplane's not moving. And I said, no, the airplane is moving. It's flying in the air. Like we were talking about like cruising altitude, you know, like you can set a pop can on your drink tray or whatever. It's not going to fall over. You're going at a constant rate. You're not accelerating, decelerating. You're not gaining altitude or losing altitude. And for most feelings of your body. I mean, to be honest, anybody would know they're in an airplane if they're in an airplane, if you're flying. But so then this person said, no. Look at the floor. It's not moving. And I said, okay, so what does this have to, this is not evidence for the ground moving. This is just a story that you're telling on the side, right? Because I still haven't heard anybody provide any evidence. I'm not saying proof or anything. I'm just saying just what leads you to believe that the earth is rotating. And what it got, the end of the conversation was that I have the mentality of a 5-year-old because I can't understand that something in motion that's not accelerating or decelerating might feel the same as not being in motion. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that just as well as you do. But you telling me that a plane's not in motion, which you're wrong. You just told me you were flying in a plane. Flying in a plane, you have to be moving. It uses wings. It's the only way it can lift. If it's not moving forward, it's not going to be lifting. So an airplane, plus you had to take off from the airport. Anybody in an airplane taking off, I guarantee you know that you're taking off in an airplane. Nobody has ever like slept through the takeoff of like, I mean, I guess people have probably slept through it. But what I'm saying is you feel that you're taking off in an airplane. So then basically it just comes down to that I don't have any understanding of the real world because I think that planes are moving when they're flying and that the earth, so then they say, well, what's your evidence? And I said, everybody in the world experiences the same world. Like you don't get a special world just for yourself. It's the same one that I live in. Whoops. Same one that I live in. And so there's things about it that if we can't agree upon them, then one of us is delusional. And one of us does not want to actually know what we're experiencing or pay attention to it. This telescope right here is another good example of something that I would bring up in a conversation like that, where I would say, this telescope is not moving, but the luminary that we're tracking through the sky is moving. And I know that because there's a tree that in probably about a half hour is going to block our view, but the tree's not moving. Trust me. The planet is going to go behind that tree and it's going to block our view. So that means that the stars are moving. If you don't know that, then go outside and pay attention because they're moving. And then people say, no, they appear to move. And I say, yep, exactly. They move. We experience them moving. They are moving through the sky. If you point out one point in the sky above your house, stars will be flying by throughout the night by that point. But so that leads me to something though. There's people in the world right now, because this is what I said to that person. I said, do you realize, you realize that you're believing something because you were taught, Trump one, welcome. Because you were taught, that was reality and whatever, but you're not able to entertain something, you're not able to learn, because that's what science is. Like, I mean, how many times has science proved itself wrong? Like some technology, like DNA stuff or whatever, somebody said, oh, you know what, we were wrong about this because now with this new technology, look at what we can do. It proves to us that we didn't have the right idea before. That's what science is. And right now, the Earth is flat and stationary, and that's science. Pseudoscience to say, no, actually, I observe, along with 7.8 billion people, I observe the ground not moving beneath my feet. So I'm going to infer, like, I'm going to make up an idea that's like based off of other things. I'm going to make an idea that opposes the observation of 8 billion people. That's just dumb. That's not science. That's pseudoscience. You're okay. So there's that. Now, why is it important for us to talk about what these things are, where these things are, what they're doing up there? Well, I don't think we know. I don't think we know why it's important. But I do know that the whole world is having a debate about it for the last 6 years, 7 years. I'll bet you it's important, guys. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think we know exactly why we're talking about flat Earth, but we know it's the truth, and we know that we believed a lie. The whole world believed a lie, and many people in the world are still clinging to that lie. And that's what I told this person. I said, if I told you, like, that there's a lie and that there's the truth, and that we've believed a lie, and I can articulate what that lie is, and you can compare it to your reality, and you can show it instantly that it is a lie, why are you going to stick to that? And they're just like, you're just calling it a lie. And I'm like, no, but look at the ground. You've never seen any reason to think it's rotating. And then, of course, they say, well, here's the reason why I think it's rotating. And they point up at the sky. They say, look at all the stars move through the sky. That's the rotation. And I'm like, you just pointed at the stars rotating. The very thing that I'm arguing, the very thing that I'm trying to point out. And you still think that it's wrong. Amazing. It's amazing that people will stick to a lie like that. I mean, and then to think that we know everything is just, ooh, my telescope's being a little crazy. Hey, John Garlic, good to see you. People love their idols, yeah. And even when they don't know that there's idols, they just think that, oh, no, that's reality. You're like, man, if you really knew what's involved in all of this, if you knew what I was telling people, that the thing we're looking at right now isn't a star. It is not well, it is a planet, but where does that word planet come from? Hey, Susan Donahue, that word planet, you know what that word comes from? It's the root for the English term planet is planeo. And that word means to lead astray, to deceive, to cause to go off course. To lead, or what was the other one? To go astray from the truth. That's what that word means. So that's planet. That's what planet means. To go away from the truth, to be deceived. I mean, just in the wording, it says it. Whoops. So it's one of those things that, I mean, a lot of people still just say, oh man, you're crazy, Joe. You think the planets are spirits? And I'm like, well, you tell me what a spirit looks like. Especially a spirit that can assume any form. It can even take the form of a man. That's Enoch chapter 17. You check that one out if you want. Planets and Nasha, yeah, like to deceive. Zilrin has been dizzy for the past 2 hours. You must be rotating on Earth again. I'm just kidding. So this thing isn't wandering too bad, but I keep hitting the wrong, like, you guys, I don't know if you understand how hard it is to get Saturn on the screen this close through my telescope. I mean, if I'm looking through my telescope through the eyepiece, no problem. But when I want to get it on my camera, it takes probably 10 or 15 minutes to set it up just to find it. It's not easy to find basically, if I bump the telescope, we might not find it again. Like, we might just end the stream. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm zoomed in, like, very far. This you can't get this close with a P900 or P1000. You can get really close, but we're zoomed in a little bit more than that even. Yeah, I have some good footage where you can actually see that there's the ring that appears to go around it is actually like divided up. There's a line going around it. I have footage on my channel of that. Also taken through iPhone. But yeah, these 7, these are the ones that have transgressed the order and are bound till judgment. They're imprisoned. Yeah, Jupiter is near. It's just to the left. I don't know where you are, but in my sky, I'm in Minnesota, and in my sky, Jupiter is like, it's southeast, but mostly east. It's like not very far south yet. Saturn is almost due south. So all I'd have to do is turn the telescope to the left and we would see Jupiter, which maybe we will do that. I wanted to get Saturn on there because, oh, you're in Arkansas. Okay. So you'd see something probably very similar. Let's see if we can zoom in just for fun a little bit more. See if we can get it. I don't know. It's just fuzzy and grainy, but Chicken Little Flat Earth is in the building. Hey, brother, thank you for all your videos that you're doing on TikTok. I'm a big fan, man. I've been watching them, and I am working on setting up going live. That's what I want to do, is I want to put this on there live, you know, like just looking through the telescope. Yeah, thank you for what you're doing over there. You've kind of gotten me into the TikTok thing, and the people that have mentioned that, they're right. TikTok is it's like a huge flat earth debate going on over there. Thomas Morgan, what's up? Awesome to see you guys. Yeah, it's let's see, much love. How about that dart explosion? Thank you, Joe. My heart's not as huge as your, oh yeah, yeah, it is, man. I can tell. I can just, like, you know what I think is amazing? And this is just my personal opinion, okay? I'm not trying to push it on anybody, but I feel called from God to talk about truth, okay? And I have for several years, like about this truth I'm saying, about flat earth. And I feel like it wasn't my idea, and it certainly isn't like that entertaining of an idea that I want to talk about it and make a channel about it and like go out and put a sticker on my car about it. Oops, I better get that back up there. JJ, what's up? Melissa Stack, good to see you guys. But you know what I would say here? This will explain what I want to say. Here's what I feel like. Am I going the right way? There we go. Out of darkness into his marvelous light. That is what I wanted to say. That's what happened to me. And I can see that that's happening to you, Chicken Little. So just by your videos, I like watching them. And I think there's another passage I'm thinking of in Isaiah. Maybe it's in like Isaiah 48 or somewhere around there, 43. I don't really even remember. No, it's 49 maybe. But he talks about calling people. Like, so then when I read that, it sticks in my mind a lot. But he talks about calling people. Actually, let me try to just say some of the verses that are going through my head right now. In Isaiah 42, verse 6 and 7, he says something like, I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness and will hold your hand and will keep you and give you as a covenant to the, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's talking about like, he's going to send people into the world that he's going to call, and they're going to be, and he describes this, he talks about how all of our iniquity in our life, like where we came from, all of our iniquity, he's been with us the whole time, and we dragged him through it. Like he was with us through all that, and like I thank you, Thomas, Isaiah 43. But he talks about taking people out of the furnace of affliction. And I'm like, when I think about that myself, I'm like, you know what? The way my life was before this truth, I don't think it was worth anything. I don't think it was of any significance. I don't think I had a thought go through my head in 37 years. And I'm just being straight up honest with you. The only thought I guess I had was, you know, like girls and money and business, like trying to build my business and building things and whatever. So my life has been completely changed because of truth. And the truth, okay, so here's another part I want to talk about since Chicken Little was here. If you guys go to TikTok, make sure you go find his channel. It's Chicken Little Flat Earth or Chicken Little Terra Plana, I think. He's got good videos. But one of the things that I think is great about TikTok is that I was watching, there's what's the channel name? I started following someone called, oh, was it Molly Moonstruck, maybe? Yeah, Molly Moonstruck. And they were having debates on there. Thomas, that's funny that Thomas says, sound like you've been raptured. That's funny because someone already asked me about the rapture in this very stream before you came in, Thomas. And I told him that I think maybe some of us are. Truth Seeds, welcome. Truth will set us free. Yes. And like it talks about it all over in the Bible. It talks about these things being made manifest. And obviously the world doesn't accept them. The world hates them. Whoops. The world hates the truth. For some reason, that shot looked a little decent for a second there. I just can't get it towards the middle of the screen and stay there. Isaiah 43:19, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I love that. Thank you, Zoran. And there's a lot of verses right there in Isaiah 42 and 43 that I just love. Yeah, Chicken Little, I went to your channel today. Dude, you have a lot of views on your videos. That's awesome. Like, there's a lot of views on your videos. I think that's great on TikTok. That's awesome. Reaching a lot of people. And obviously people, like if you look at the videos, any of the videos that talk about the planets in darkness, they get a lot of views, it looks like. I think people are really being able to see through this space thing. I mean, some people, but then not the flat earthers, though. Most of the flat earthers just say it's fake. And I'm like, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says it's darkness. It doesn't say it's fake. The Bible doesn't say that there's men faking it. The Bible says that it's evil spirits defiling mankind. I mean, you know, like I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but Kingdom in Context, Sean, I was just listening yesterday, or no, it was Saturday. They did a Q&A, like Shabbat Q&A or whatever. And I don't understand, like, you know how it talks about teaching the precepts of men or the commandments of men and not the commandment of God? Well, what if the Bible says that we're not struggling against flesh and blood, and it clearly in Revelation, it clearly describes a deception that Satan manifests. It's not of men. It's not a human conspiracy. It's a devil conspiracy. Why do these people like Sean, why does he talk about it as if it's a human conspiracy? I don't understand that. Yeah, and Thomas, yeah, that's right. The commandment from Zion in the end. People talk about following his commandments. That's what Jesus said. If you love me, follow my commandments. Well, I'm just saying this personally, my own feelings. He gave me a commandment to shout the truth that he showed me from the rooftops. That's the commandment he gave me, or that's one of them, I'm saying. So it's not a commandment that Moses wrote, not that one. That's one that Jesus wrote right on me, right on my heart. Oh, it keeps sinking down. Yeah, Thomas, why are you such a doubter? Good one, Tony. By the way, me and Thomas are hopefully soon going to do a live stream and talk more about the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God that's in the sky, or maybe it's coming down out of heaven from God. That's sure what it feels like. That's sure what it seems like to me. So 40 minutes we've been looking at this dumb luminary, but I just wanted to come on here and actually, someone's on a four-wheeler having fun or something. Thomas says, I was a doubter until 2015, till you saw that sign in the heavens. The earth is so full of sin, it's going to burst. Yeah, you know what, Silverin? That reminded me of something that I read in one of the testaments. I don't remember if it was the testament of Levi or Reuben or what it was. One of those testaments of the patriarchs or whatever. It said that there's, I think it was in Levi where it talked about the great hanging sea that's above the earth. And I'm not sure where it was, but it talks about the bottom of the heavens being the darkest part, because it's the closest part to all the sins of mankind, all the sins that are done on earth. Chicken Little says, I had to wash my robe and open my heart. We are his mighty vessels. Come fast, sweet baby Jesus. They all hang. Okay, I didn't quite get to finish that, and I don't want to touch. If I touch the camera, we're going to take a chance on losing Saturn. Yeah, you know what? That Jesus actually gives that opportunity to everyone. In Revelation 3, he says something like, he says that you thought you had everything you needed and you didn't need anything, but you didn't know that you were naked and poor and blind and like, I can't remember exactly what it says, and then he says, this is his offer. Like, this is what Jesus offers to every person that can hear those words. He said, how did he say it? I'm just having, my mind is like having a brain fart here. But he says about buying gold from him that's been tried in the fire, that you can be rich, and clothing so that you're not naked. And he's saying buy that from him. And then he says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. And there's so many people who, this is their testimony. This is my testimony. That's what happened. I opened the door and he manifested, like he said that him and his Father will manifest themselves to you. And that's what happened. And I mean, everyone has their own personal journey or relationship or whatever with God when you do. But for me, like, the things he said are specific. They're so specific. Oh, thank you. Because thou sayest, John and Zilrin, you guys are awesome. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and poor and blind and naked. And it disappeared, so I couldn't remember, or I couldn't remember exactly what it said. And then he says something about buying gold from him. Like, yeah. The thing keeps going down. 24 people here. Welcome, everyone. This is an evil spirit in the sky. That's what it looks like. It's looking like that because it wants to deceive us so that people like Elon Musk say, hey, let's go to Mars. Let's go to Jupiter. Let's send probes up there. Let's explore. You know, that spirit of exploration, that's Apollo. That's the angel of the bottomless pit, guys. And the solar system is the bottomless pit. That's even what NASA says. Thank you, Zoran. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. It's an offer that, like, until you take it, it's fake. Like, it isn't real until you have him send his spirit and take over your life. Everything's different in my life than it was 7 or 8 years ago. And it was him. It was him doing it. And of course, that's my testimony. You don't have to believe me. And a lot of people just say, oh, you got to lie to flirt or whatever. You got to be a liar to flirt. But I'm not lying. Not lying at all. I have no reason to lie. You know what, actually, I'm going to probably re-upload a video. You guys might have seen it where I said I named it something like crazy flat earthers not so crazy, ? And I tried to explain why I say the earth is flat. Why do I say the earth is flat? Well, for one, it's flat. That's one big reason. But what made me start saying the earth is flat? And I'll save that for the upload. I'll re-upload it. It's only like, I don't know, 5 minutes. But Jesus called me to say the truth. And then, I mean, like 5 years, 6, 10 years ago, if I would have heard someone say to me, Jesus told me to say this, I'd be like, yeah, he told me to say this, you know. I'd make fun of it. But not now. He told a lot of people to say the truth. And there's a lot of people doing it. And that's why we have flat earth and globe debates. That's why the number of flat earthers grows every day and the number of globe earthers shrinks every day. That's why. Because there's truth to believe. There's truth to have. Like, it's by the grace of God. It's nothing we did. It's his grace. Uh-oh, my battery's dying on my phone. Grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. Charles says, why does the occult worship Saturn? I don't think they do. Here's what I think. I think anybody that thinks that space is a solar system, they worship false gods. Like here's an example. Elon Musk. Ooh, Western Australia. Cool. I didn't know you were from Perth. Truth. That's cool. Elon Musk, or what was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I don't know where I was going. I lost it. Sorry, guys. Oops. Ooh. Train derailed. Whoa, I did it again. It'll come back. I just have it really slow setting because it's nearly impossible to get it in the viewfinder. It's so hard. It's coming. Should be. Oh yeah, you got me back on track, Chicken Little. We show our faith in these things by how we let them affect our life. True. I just think that's why we have this debate going, because it was foretold all those years ago. Like, think about this once. Okay, I'm working on getting Saturn back. We're just taking a while. Think about this though. Man, I'm losing my train of thought because I have to turn the speed up again. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Oh, we lost it, you guys. We lost it. Oh, no. We're going to Jupiter, I guess, huh? Should we go to Jupiter? Buzzin23, what up? Good to see you. Yeah, we lost it. So, here, let me do something that just for fun. We're gonna switch eyepieces, just because there's like, I have this thing zoomed in so far on this eyepiece. There's no way that I'd be able to find it again. Okay, so let's look at our stuff here. We're going. Whoops. Let me take this out of here. Okay. Oh, I gotta have it tipped or something. So we got all these eyepieces down here. We're gonna look at this one. And it's not foggy yet. So this is the one we're looking at. I made a little holder for my phone. Okay, so we should be able to see, maybe should be able to see Saturn still with this one. Let's see. I don't see it. Give me a minute. I have to turn the chat off for a second. None. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can find, because we still should be somewhat close. I just don't know what I did. Where are you? I have no idea what I did. I must have bumped it, or maybe my cat bumped it. Okay, we're going over to Jupiter. Sorry for the black screen. You're gonna have to deal with it just for a second. So I actually have to take the camera off to find Jupiter. Okay, we're going over to the left, and sorry guys, give me a moment. I gotta find it with the eyepiece, and then I can shove the camera on there. Where are you? You'd think it'd be so easy to find, but it's like when you're zoomed in, it's not easy to find. Let's see here. A little to the right. And I have like a spotting one, but I don't have it adjusted ever. And I'm always bumping it. There it is. Okay, let me get it in the center. Man, I can barely see that. What in the world? Okay, so yeah, something ain't right here. Am I being blocked by that? No. Okay, guys, bear with me. It's getting my, I guess my telescope is all wet already. No, it's not. So I don't know what the deal is. Okay, here we go. There's Jupiter. And give me a moment, I'll get it focused in. Something's like, something's wrong though. See that big haze? That shouldn't be there. I think something's fogged up. Like yeah. I'll probably end this stream pretty soon here then. Let's zoom in on that once. This is a different eyepiece, so it's not the same. Whoa. That's out of focus. Okay, there we go. That's Jupiter and some of its little moony moons. Oh. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys ever, oops, sorry. If you guys ever go over to TikTok, I got the same name over there, Effed Up World. And Chicken Little Flat Earth, Jeranism's over there, and DITRH, Melodome, Austin, Awesome Austin. Yeah, I think my screen's off, my telescope's fogged up or something. At least we got to look at Saturn for a little while. But yeah, keep spreading the truth, guys. It's important. And I'm gonna end the stream. My phone's gonna die anyway. So you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you